Rabbi Singer likes to make a case against the New Testament books that have anonymous or unknown authorship. But what he does is raise a red flag and insinuate that when the authorship is unknown, the books can't be trusted. And the books of anonymous authorship can't be trusted. What does Rabbi Singer do with the Torah? This is a glaring double standard. The case he's trying to build against the New Testament cuts against his own scripture.
This is a mistake that most Christians make. The four Gospels were written anonymously. The mistake that Rob makes is that he thinks that I have a problem with that they're written anonymously. As it turns out, that's not an issue at all. There are many books in Tanakh that are written anonymously. If Christians did not make the claim that we have in the Gospels, four eyewitnesses to Jesus' life, death, and resurrection in Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, then no one would say a word. Christians bring this ridicule upon themselves. The problem Christians get themselves into is that when you make up stuff, that Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John are witnesses to the life, death, and resurrection of Jesus. Then go, whoa, what's your source for that? And they go, well, Matthew was the tax collector, a disciple, or John, the son of Zebedee, was the disciple whom Jesus loved. So they were disciples. So here's the point. There is no problem with the text being written anonymously. That does not diminish from the veracity of the claim. But Christians make it a problem by saying that we have four eyewitnesses. This is very hard for Christians to they get very defensive about this. Because to them, if Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John did not write these books, that means some highly literate Greek-speaking Christian at the end of the first century wrote these books. So to them, this is problematic. To them, they see this as and it is because they can no longer claim that they have eyewitnesses when none of them are claiming to be eyewitnesses. Now, it is true, like the book of Samuel. The book of Samuel is written anonymously. There's nothing in the book of Samuel that states who wrote it. But we don't care because we're not saying you should believe the record found in the book of Samuel because Samuel wrote that. I have never heard a Jewish person say that. But if I would say that to somebody, that you should believe the record found in Samuel because the authorship is Samuel, so then people would say, well, how do you know Samuel wrote it? So I would be exposing myself to ridicule. So Christians they become very defensive about that these texts are really anonymously written. The reason is that a very important polemic to them to say, well, we have four eyewitnesses to the death and resurrection of Jesus. No, you don't.